井出さん、お願いいたします。
はい。皆様おはようございます。おはようございます。今日はお越しいただきましてありがとうございます。インターネットでですね、配信をご覧の株主様もありがとうございます。私社長の井出でございます。本日のですね議長を務めさせていただきます。よろしくお願いします。ありがとうございます。はい、ありがとうございます。ですね、後ほど、取締役のメンバーは別途ご挨拶の機会もいただくんですけども、ちょっと開会に先立ちまして名前とですね顔のご紹介だけさせていただきます。はい、こちらからですね、町田さん、はい、はい、ありがとうございます。東山さんですね、山本さんで臼田さん、
臼田さん、
はい、ありがとうございます。
Thank you。
で神村さん、
神村さん、
で稲積さん、
稲積さん、
細久保さんです。
細久保さん、
はい、ありがとうございます。
Thank you。
もう一名ですね。
And there is one more person, 稲松さん、female independent director.
昨日の夜ですね、コロナ
Last night, she turned out to be positive, COVID positive.
オンラインでしっかり
So she's joining us online.
で、あとですね、この場を借りてなんですけども、
And taking this opportunity,
ですね、事業
I would like to introduce heads of businesses. So let me briefly introduce
ブランドビジネスですね。
Executive Vice President of the Branded Business. This is Faik.
Good morning also from my side. My name is Faik Kaoglu. I'm leading the branded business at Wacom. From my side, we had a very challenging financial 40, and I think we have a solid plan for financial 41. The solid plan is focusing really, especially for the branded business, which markets we are addressing and how we are using the channels and introducing of the new portfolio. My commitment is, my team's commitment is really, we are going to do our best in the next financial 2 years to transition the business. Thank you.
Thank you, Faik. はい、今ファイクですね、ブランド、製品事業の、責任を持っている人間なんですけど、普段はドイツ、そしてグローバルビジネス。
He's based in Germany. He is heading branded business. So as he mentioned, last fiscal year, 2023 March period, the business had a challenge. Numbers looked a bit tough, but the business has a recovery plan. And we have channels and business domains. We're going to focus on our business domain and channel. Based on our strategy, we are committed to restore the business. Thank you for your commitment. Next, this is Heidi. Well, today you will hear a lot about Digital Ink today. With the use of data generated from a pen, we are trying to build a new business, and she's the head of Digital Ink development.
おはようございます。My name is Heidi Wang. I'm in charge of the ink division, and our mission is to drive innovation and technology development for digital ink. And our goal is to deliver new experience and new value for our customers, for all our customers. And in this chapter 3, in the next 2 years, we are going to build technology and services in AI, in security, in XR, but also in remote computing to contribute to new service business. Thank you for your support.
Thank you, Heidi. はい、ハイディはですね、このインク、デジタルインクの、
Thank you, Heidi. She's the head of Ink Division, Digital Ink Business. So in coming 2 years, she's committed to deliver new experiences to customers with the use of digital ink, XR, digital ink, security and digital ink, AI and digital ink. In those 3 domains, we are going to develop new solutions and new experiences. Last but not least, head of technology solution business. We offer technology to OEM customers, technology solution. This is Komine-san. can I share a few words with us? I am the head of Technology Solution Business. My name is Kumiya. Good to see you all. Our division is responsible for digital pen technology. We offer parts and components for PC and smartphone, and also digital note or e-note. We offer our technology to suppliers or manufacturers of those products. Once again, thank you very much for joining us. I will do our best to explain our business in an easy-to-understand manner. We have prepared a lot of props to share. Kumiya-san, thank you. So those are the three heads of the businesses and board of directors. And also you can find a product booth behind you. Our team members are here. Team members who are working very hard every day. They are going to enjoy dialogue with you to explain our products and offering later. Thank you. With that, once again, I'd like to declare to start 40th Annual General Shareholders Meeting Wacom. Thank you. And to facilitate this meeting, I'm sure that you have a lot of questions, but questions on reporting matters will be received after I take you through the business report. And regarding questions on resolution items, we will receive your question after explaining each agenda item. Please follow the instruction of the chair. Thank you. And as I mentioned, the meeting will be recorded. Again, the purpose is for us to accurately grasp the status of the meeting and also to share information about dialogue with shareholders within the company. We'd like to use your inputs for business. So thank you very much for your understanding. And for those who are not able to come here physically, this meeting will be live streamed or being live streamed, and the video contents will be posted on the company's website at a later date. I'll report the number of shareholders and voting rights. The number of shareholders with voting right is 21,405. The number of voting right is 1,562,205. Combined number of shareholders who have exercised their voting rights in writing or by electronic method before today, and the shareholders who are present today shall constitute a quorum.
Before we cover reporting matters and deliberate matters to be resolved, our audit committee member would like to provide audit reports. He will also report on audit results of our consolidated financial statements by accounting auditor and audit committee. The reporter will be Higashiyama-san. I am Shigeki Higashiyama, an audit committee member. I would like to report on audit result. Audit committee examined the execution of board of directors' duties for the 40th business period based on audit committee rules stipulated by the committee. And we deliberated on the result, and we created audit report. The method and result of the audit by the audit committee is written on the committee's audit report. You can find it on pages 56 to 57 of our convocation notice. There was nothing found to point out. The result of audit by the accounting auditor related to our consolidated financial statements is in the audit report by the accounting auditor on pages 52 to 53 of the convocation notice. The committee recognizes that the method and result of audit by PwC Arata LLC are appropriate and valid. There was nothing found worth pointing out from the matters submitted for the ordinary shareholders meeting today and other documents. And this is the end of my report. Thank you, Mr. Higashima, for your report. He said that the result of audit of the consolidated financial statements are as reported by audit committee members.
Next, I'd like to move on to the fiscal year 40th report. The contents of the business report, consolidated financial statements, and financial statements are stated on page 22 to 51 of the notice of the ordinary general meeting of shareholders and in the notice to consolidated financial statements and notes to non-consolidated financial statements posted on the internet. Now I'd like to move on to the report using the slides.
And I will report on how we did in the previous fiscal year 40th, and also the ongoing year, fiscal year 41. I am going to provide you with the guidance on the ongoing fiscal year. And together with that, I would like to take you through some of the important strategies and how we are tracking against the strategy, sharing with you some of the actual cases. And now let me start on the report. This is how we did together with the guidance for the ongoing fiscal year, and the content is exactly the same as reported last month, so I am going to be brief. For the 40th fiscal year, let me use razor pointer. Sales up by 4% year-over-year. However, ordinary profit was 2 billion yen, which was much smaller from the year before. And the reasons for the drop and how we're going to recover on this will be covered later. This is our income statement. From the next page onward, we are going to provide you with some information by business, starting with branded business. Using our brand's name, we provide and sell solutions. And the segment loss was made, which was 4 billion yen. The year before, we had a profit of 8.7 billion, but this time we had a loss of 4 billion yen, a significant drop. First of all, for the market condition, professional displays products were solid. We increased in revenue. However, for consumers, including entry users and middle zone users, we struggled with this segment. For consumers, their purchase priority for our products remains quite low. And at the same time, included in the segment loss includes the loss on valuation of our inventory. During the COVID times, as we had reported, we suffered from the shortage of components. But we had large demand. So to be able to sell in large numbers, we intentionally kept large amount of inventory. And the market environment changed last summer or slightly before summer, and that impacted our inventory situation. But in the 2 years, we're going to rebuild ourselves. And as of last year, we decided to take some accounting treatment for our inventory, and this is reflected on this loss on valuation of inventory. And also, yen has been depreciating, which is a negative factor for this branded business, minus 1.5 billion yen impact. And as to the technology solutions business, as was mentioned earlier, this is about using our digital handwriting technologies to the products of other companies, and both sales and profit increased by 2-digit numbers percentage. EMR and AES are covered for this segment. And for both of these, we got huge number of inquiries. And when you look at this segment, laptop customers struggled a lot. And at the same time, there were some customers which were quite solid. So depending on customers, the situation was very different, but both numbers grew. And yen depreciation for this segment is a positive factor because the base currency of this business is US dollars. And this is the chart of the income statement. And using this chart, we would like to explain why there was a huge drop in operating profit, or rather we resulted in operating loss or operating profit. And this is a waterfall chart. On the right-hand side, you can see how we did in March 23 and left-hand side, March 22. And you can see that the biggest reason is the red part. First of all, there was the gross profit decrease because of the sales change. This came from the struggles with the branded business. And the second large red bar is the GP decrease led by lower GP margin. Negative impact was 8.4 billion yen. And there are some components to this. The first factor is that the Wacom business balance or the business mix wise, there was a change. Branded business tends to enjoy higher gross profit margin, and technology solution business tends to have relatively lower gross profit margin. However, branded business, the high margin branded business declined this time, and technology solution business mix increased. And due to the change of the business mix, there was an impact on our gross profit and gross profit margin. And also, even among the branded business, there are different models with higher gross profit margin and relatively lower gross profit margin. And we are struggling with the entry segment and middle range users. But the gross profit margin for these segments tend to be higher than others. Therefore, there was a deterioration of the model mix. And another factor is written on the third point. And this is what I earlier mentioned. It's that we recognize loss on valuation of inventory. So for the next 2 years, we're going to rebuild ourselves solidly. And last year, we decided to recognize this amount. For balance sheet, there's not much to stress, but there is 1 billion yen increase of inventories. We are going to reduce inventory. So this is the area that we have been addressing with high priority or top priority. And for cash flows, there is nothing to note. And so far, I have explained how we did in the last year, the 40th fiscal year, but from now on, I will provide you with guidance for the ongoing fiscal year, and the numbers have not changed from last month when we made an announcement. The sales expected is 106 billion yen. For sales, we expect a slight decrease, but for operating profit, we are going to be up by 124% from FY40 to 4.5 billion yen. For branded business, sales will increase slightly, including impacts from foreign exchange change, and segment profit will be 200 million yen, which is a profit from the 4 billion yen loss in the 40th fiscal year. Technology solution business-wise, both sales and segment profit we expect will drop from the 40th fiscal year. It's because of the uncertainty in the market conditions, because depending on customers, the situation is very different. Many customers are still struggling. Therefore, the recovery of the market condition and the recovery of the customer's business cannot be expected at the early point in time. That's why we have set these conservative numbers for the ongoing fiscal year. And as to investment-related numbers, starting with R&D, 7.7 billion yen. We are a technology company. Therefore, we need to continue to renovate ourselves with our technologies. So we are going to spend 15% more this time, which is 7.7 billion yen. Product development, technology development, and new experience development will be the target of this R&D expenses. As to capital and expenditure and depreciation expenses, they are going to increase significantly year over year. However, this fiscal year and the year after, we're going to launch new products. So metallic model related expenses are included in here for the new products to be launched. And as to our shareholders' returns, as to dividend payment, 20 yen per share of dividend will be paid, which is flat from the year before. Dividend payout ratio-wise, we used to communicate, or we have been communicating the 30% dividend payout ratio. However, our policy is to continue to pay out stable dividend amounts. Therefore, we have set the target of 20 yen dividend payout amount per share, and which would mean 94.7% of dividend payout ratio, which is quite high, but our focus is rather on the dividend amount. And another way of returning profit to shareholders is through buyback. Last month, we announced the resolution on this buyback. Wacom Chapter 3 has 2 more years, and this is our midterm business policy. And it says that we are doing buyback of total 20 billion yen. And last month, we resolved that from May to the 29th of September this year, we do share buyback targeting, or rather with the upper limit of 2 billion yen. And we're going to do this.
Okay, so that is all for the outline of this ongoing fiscal year. So next, I'd like to give you more details about strategic initiatives to ensure recovery of the business, and also like to share some of the initiatives that would allow us to prepare for the next midterm business plan, Chapter 4. I'd like to focus on key points. Well, it says update, but there are things that will remain the same. Chapter 3 policy will remain the same. We continue to focus on technology, value technology. Instead of doing everything by ourselves, we'd like to form a community. We'd like to work with customers and partners to generate new experiences. And we also are going to develop new technology and new experiences. We have core technology that was established, but we will capitalize on AI, XR, and security with digital handwriting or pen technology. So that's the new value proposition that we are going to offer. And we will continue to seek for technology innovation, not just for business, but also for sustainable society. And we are also aiming at meaningful growth while enjoying financial growth. Wacom team members, customers, and community should be able to enjoy meaningful growth. So that's the policy that the company has established. Those 5 strategic pillars will remain the same. And with that, we will continue to update specific initiatives. I know there are a lot to cover, but today I'm going to just focus on key points. There are 8 strategic initiatives. Green is branded business, blue is technology solution, yellow is total company initiative. Regarding branded business, first, we need to renew product portfolio to drive gross profit improvement. Number 2, branded business. Instead of trying to do everything, we are going to focus on business domain. What we are good at is creative environment, although environment is changing, but we are going to focus on that. And creative education is our focus. Instead of doing everything, branded business is going to focus on what we are good at. That is education. Number 3, As we continue to offer value, we will use B2B channel and in-store channel, online channel. Those are the channels that we are going to focus on because B2B and in-store will allow us to connect to users. So with those channels, we would like to ensure connection with our customers and continue to offer new experiences. And those two channels can enjoy higher gross profit margin in comparison to others. And as for technology solution, as we have done before, we will continue to expand projects with our customers. And at the same time, we have general education. While brand is focusing on creative education, and technology business is going to focus on general education. And at the company level, first and foremost, we need to cut inventory level. As mentioned before, we have made progress, but we will continue to reduce our inventory level. And at the company level, we have a capital policy and shareholders return. As a package, company will continue to make an investment for the future business, and at the same time, we will make sure to return back to our shareholders. And last but not least, company level initiative. On top of hardware business, we will use data generated from digital ink, digital pen, to start a new business. So number 8 says that the company is committed to make investment in this business. In coming 2 years, we are going to transform a business so that we can be ready for next midterm business plan, Chapter 4. So let's take a look at what Chapter 4 looks like in terms of revenue basis. This is Chapter 3. This shows you how we are trying to enjoy growth from Chapter 3 to Chapter 4. The dark green is branded business, light green is technology solution business, and what's in the middle, pink, is new business, software service, new business. Branded business will continue to enjoy what we are good at, creative education, will help them to grow. As for technology solution, we are going to enjoy bigger customers and win more businesses, enjoying higher growth. And the pink business has already started this fiscal year, but in 2 years from now, under Chapter 4, the size of the business will be bigger. And at the end of the day, we will be aiming at 5 billion yen. In terms of yen value, it's still small, but the pink portion, service business, has an important role. First and foremost, gross profit margin is high. And compared to a branded business and technology business, well, in fact, pink will help us to accelerate hardware business. We have not only software, but also hardware business, so pink should allow hardware business to grow faster. But that's not the end. You see the potential all the way on top of the chart. So in FY46, by the end of Chapter 4, 150 to 180 billion yen of revenue can be achieved. On the other hand, regarding operating profit, this is the last fiscal year, you see a big drop. But in FY41, in this fiscal year, we'd like to increase operating profit in stages. So by Chapter 4, in terms of amount, we are aiming at 10 billion plus, and OP margin should be double-digit. That's the structure we are trying to establish. So, together with business transformation, we have updated our financial policy guideline. But I will skip the slide because I've already shared this with you last month. Last but not least, looking back last fiscal year, we devised our strategies. So I'd like to share some examples that indicate our progress. So I'd like to share 10 examples with shareholders. Well, examples have been shared with you when we made earnings last month. But today we have team members who can introduce actual products together with an example. First example, it's about technology leadership. The company is committed to go after technological innovation. This is an example of a branded business. Branded business is going to renew product lineup. And last fiscal year, we introduced Cintiq Pro 27. And if you can kindly look at the station, you see branded products lineup of Wacom. Shiokawa-san, hello. Shiokawa-san is in charge of sales. Yes. So as you can see here, on the left-hand side, this is Cintiq Pro 27, correct? So what kind of feedback are you getting from the customers? Yes, this has been well received by users. For example, this product will allow you to customize your pen in accordance with your preference. You can change how you grip the pen. You can customize your pen. We have 120 Hz 4K monitor. So intuitively, you can enjoy writing in comparison to previous model. You can really feel how you are writing with this pen. Nice. What kind of customers do you think are buying this product? Well, customers are diversified, illustrators, manga artists and industrial designers, animators. Customers are pretty much diversified. Professionals are using our product. In the business briefing session, we have artists who are joining us. Artists are going to make some demonstration, and we will hear from them later. Yeah, we have a lot of products. So this year, next year, we are going to renew the product lineup. Thank you. Next, let me share the second example. Once again, this is an example of our technological innovation. This comes from technology solution business. What you see here is Galaxy, Samsung's Galaxy. We have been working with Samsung for more than 10 years. In February this year, S23 Ultra has been introduced, and we were able to extend support to the product. And if you look at the left-hand side, you see some of our products. Technology solution marketing, Rita-san. Hello, hello. So we have been working with Samsung for more than 10 years. For the S Pen, can you introduce our product lineup? Sure. I think you are familiar with this mobile Galaxy Note series. S series is the new one. For years, we have 10-year history. We have fans. Once Note is done, some of them were disappointed. So that is why S series was introduced. Ultra, the highest end model, was introduced. Pen is embedded in the product. S Pen is embedded in this product, and this product has been well received. And foldable type is available starting from last year and this year. Looking at the market trend, demand for foldable product is increasing. And again, pen is mounted, pen is embedded. And this is tablet. There are different sizes. These days, a lot of people work from home. So you can use a pen for your work and for your study. So pen comes with tablet like this. There are 3-inch sizes available. There are a lot. And in fact, pen comes with a PC as well. So it's an ecosystem, Samsung's ecosystem. With the same pen, you can write what you want on different terminals of Galaxy. Thank you. Galaxy Note, foldable, tablet, small, mid, large size PC. So we will work with Samsung, and we have worked with Samsung and continue to work with them to pursue technological innovation. Thank you. Let's move on to the next example. Again, it's an example of technological innovation. Technology solutions example, Xiaomi, Chinese main player. For 2 generations in a row, we extended support for their pen technology solution marketing. Ono-san, hello. Hello, everyone. Xiaomi's tablet. I see different tablets there. Can you introduce them to us? Sure. So, aside from PC manufacturers that you are familiar with, you have Chinese players, Xiaomi, Oppo, TCL, Vivo. So not just PC players, but also Android tablets, Android terminals of Chinese players use our pen technology for Xiaomi. The latest Pad 6, Xiaomi Pad 6, uses our new pen technology. This is so I just would like to introduce this to you. This is Xiaomi's pen. You can draw like this with one pen, the same pen, not just Xiaomi's product. In fact, this is compatible with Lenovo's terminal and Fujitsu's terminal. With one pen, you can draw on all the terminals you see here. Right. There are a lot of companies who decided to use our pen technology. And for users, this is like an ordinary stationery. So we want to make sure that the customers, consumers can use a pen, whatever the PC or tablets that they have. Let's move on to the next example. New value proposition is another strategic initiative. AI and digital link were put together to deliver new value proposition and experience. 2 months ago, we finally made it commercial together with Zekai. Can you explain more about the service? Nomi-san of Technology Solution. Good morning. Hello. Can you briefly introduce this? What kind of service that is? Well, for details, please wait for the part 2 of today's session. This is tablet technology solution parts are being used on tablet. With Wacom digital technology, you can draw like this. So based on what a student draws, how they wrote, how much they wrote based on information, technology will give feedback to specific student where they struggle, how much they wrote. That kind of information is used to give feedback. Thank you. So I think this is a combination of different technologies. Hirotaka-san, handwriting of student can be captured, right? And attributes can be captured. And what's next? In fact, a pen can bring a lot of information. So again, we worked with Zekai. We did joint development to understand students' learning progress, true learning progress. Technology analyzes information, recognizes information in the future. First grader starts to study and he or she goes to high school and university. So learning journey is something that can be analyzed and accumulate. And then output can be fed back to users and students. That's what we are trying to do. So we look forward to the future. And in fact, It's not just a solution, it's a new business model that was also introduced. Nomi-san, it's not a hardware sales, right? Each individual student that buys service will pay to us, right? New business model, correct. Wacom used to offer hardware to end users, but in the future, we offer application that has Wacom's components so that end users can access to our service. So we offer subscription service to them, charge license fee to users. That's the new business model. So on top of hardware sales, the company will start subscription or license business. Revenue share business model was introduced that has been already commercialized, right? Thank you. Let's move on to the next example. Again, new values XR space and digital link. Last year, we touched on this head-mount display. If you wear head-mount display, in the space you can draw in the space. Wacom VR pen is being developed. And on the right-hand side, at the back of the room, you see the head of the development, Fujioka-san. Hello. Good morning. So VR pen was introduced to the audience last month. What's the progress? Yes, we are developing this. And we are almost there. We are currently working on final prototype before mass production. By the end of this fiscal year, we'd like to do a trial of mass production. So as mentioned, you can draw in the space. Not only that, Wacom pen tab can be used in VR space. That's what you see here, right? That's a new occasion that we are going to propose, Wacom plus VR. So again, what's the role of Wacom VR pen? What can be done with head-mount display? Head-mount display is going to be part of your life. I think it's going to be more and more penetrated. And in the future, currently functionality may be limited. In the virtual space, quality of experience will improve. New pen, new interface is going to be required, we think. So VR pen is under development. This is going to be the first step. And we would like to become a de facto standard of interface. So it's not just the VR contents consumption. Users could create something. This could be a tool for users to create, users to communicate. That's what VR pen stands for. Okay, let's move on to the next example. Again, we have 3 new core values. This is the third one, security plus Wacom technology. The name is Wacom Unify. The intent is to protect creators' IP. Beta version was just developed and introduced the other day. So I'd like to ask Ishii-san, project leader. Hello. Can you explain what Wacom Unify is? So we have digital arts and creators' proof and developments, evidence can be all connected together to manage information. So regardless location, you are able to track the information. You can trace back the information with this service. I see. So you can prove that's your work, who developed this work. Technology can prove who developed this specific work. Okay, technologically, what kind of core technology has been used? Yeah, 2 main technologies. One is micromark. A creator's drawing or art is connected to ID. ID can be embedded with this technology. Of course, that's not visible, but the data is embedded in the work, and then you can cut or change the work, but the ID can be protected. Micromark can protect ID. And second, under UEFI service, data is managed, and if needed, license can be provided to a specific person, or access may be denied. So platform technology is being used. That's what makes this service special. Ishii-san, you said beta version was just introduced. What's next? Yeah, thank you. Right now, we are gradually expanding beta version. We are trying to make it bigger. While listening to a lot of users, we would like to work with the community to improve the service so that we can launch an official version. That is a plan we are thinking right now. Okay, so there are more to go. Thank you. Next. Again, it's about technology innovation. Example of technology innovation. Remote work, remote creative. I know that the working environment for creators has changed. Without going to a studio, remotely, work can be done, and solution can be offered by Wacom for that kind of environment. Asada-san, project leader, can you explain what this solution is? So-called remote creatives. Well, you use remote desktop. Input is made remotely, and then output is made remotely. Because of physical distance, it takes time for you to get an output after input is made. You may be stressed while waiting. In order to alleviate stress, we have developed this solution. So you don't really have to feel latency or time spent in the crowd environment, correct? So you won an award with a partner, right? So you're working with business partner to deploy this solution? Yeah, remote desktop solution or technology cannot be made by yourselves. So we are working with a business partner that has the technology to develop this. So this is NAB show #1 in the US. Yeah, North American broadcast event, largest event, one of the largest events, and we won the project of the year. Okay, I look forward to the future development. Thank you. Next. It's an example of community connection or collaboration. Sapporo Art Festival was held and we were chosen as an initiative partner. We are working with Sapporo City to develop creative education for elementary and junior high school students, starting with clay art. Seamlessly, 3D CG model can be developed with Wacom technology based on clay art. So it's part of a learning program that we developed together with City of Sapporo. And this will be presented at the art festival. And we hope that creative education can be deployed across the nation. Next example, we have 2 more to go. This is about environmental initiative. We are making improvement in terms of disclosure. As a technology company, with technological innovation, we would like to take care of the environment. If you look at the back, we have Ono-san and Wan-san. Ono-san, can you introduce your initiatives? Sure. I am in charge of tablets, so let me introduce ocean-bound plastic. That's the name of the material. This is a prototype we developed. Ocean-bound plastic is a collection of marine debris. With marine garbage, specific plastic materials can be extracted, and we can use that as material for a case like this. With this, we should be able to cut CO2 emission.
海のゴミから
So marine debris
筐体を作っている
is converted into pen tabs
ワン
case.
さん、ペンの方
ワンさん
ですね。どういった取り
Can
組み
you
を
talk about pens?
はい。ペンの側ですね。
Yeah, for pens,
木材と
wood material and plastic materials are used.
グリップを削します。
Again, we developed a prototype. We are still in a research and development
捨
stage.
てられてしまう
So wood waste,
廃棄の木材を使って
wasted wood is used to produce
他に
pen
も何かあります
materials.
か
Yeah,
はい
what
他
else?
にも
Yeah,
リサイクルアルミ
we have a recycled
ペンの
aluminum
ボディも
pen body.
しています。
Again, this is a prototype. We are now
ペンの
developing this and pen package.
系の材料
This uses bio
を
material.
開発中です。
Again, this is still under development.
梱包も大事ですよね。
Yeah, package is also important. We have to use environmental
こういっ
friendly
た
package.
イノベーションですね。
So this is another an example of innovation. Environmental technology is developed by special team.
はい、
Thank
最後
you.
ですね。こちら皆
Last
さん
but not least,
本日お越しいただいたときに
So when you came here, you received Wacom storybook.
紹介した内容も含めてですね、僕らの
So examples I just introduced are included in the storybook. Value proposition is being described here.
なんとかお届けしたいと
Partners,
考えている
our members are trying to communicate what kind of value that we are trying to offer. This covers what's mentioned in our integrated report as well. So this is a complete package that helps to understand what we do and what we care about. Well, thank you very much. That was a little bit lengthy, but that is all for our business report, our strategy progress, and some examples,
第41期のですね、
and fiscal year number 40 and 41 business outline. Thank you so much
以
for
上で
your
すね、
attention.
第40期の授業報告をですね、終わりとさせていただき
This
ます。
is the end of our reporting for
はい
the
続きましては
40th
ですね
fiscal year.
今報告申し上げた内容に対して、
Now,
質疑
following this
応答に
reporting,
入
I
らせてい
would
ただ
like
き
to
たいと思います。
start taking
まずですね
questions
事
from
前に質
shareholders.
問いただいている
And I would like to start with a question which is already which was received before this meeting, and then we will take questions from the shareholders present in this venue today. And then after that, we would like to take questions from shareholders who are watching this shareholders meeting online. So starting with the question that we had received before this meeting,
はい、こちら質問を読み上げます。
I will read out the question.
サムスンへの売上依存度が高かった
Your sales dependency on Samsung was high. Has there been any change to this
こちら
situation?
のご質問につきましては
About this
議長
question,
私井出の方
Chairperson, myself, Ide, would like to provide an answer.
サムスンさんへのですね、売上依存度ということで
Our
先ほ
sales
ど紹介もあった通り
dependency on Samsung.
サムスンさんのラインナップはですね、フルラインナップで我々はお支
Wise,
えしているという
we
部分があ
support
ります。
the four models
この
of
依存度という
Samsung.
ことを時系
And
列
as
で
to
見
our
るとですね、
dependency, when I look at the
今運営してい
dependency
るこの
transition in a chronological
一
order,
つ前ですね、Chapter 2
in Chapter 2, which is the one version before the current chapter, compared to then, our dependency on Samsung is lower, but we continue doing business with them while we support their new business portfolio, and the dependency has been going down, but there was the COVID period, and after COVID, especially the last year, the 40th fiscal year, we started to see some differences about situations among customers, and with that, Samsung sales have been quite good, for example, Galaxy Note, but some of our laptop customers are struggling very much and not growing. So that has naturally led to higher sales ratio from Samsung at our company, and also the changes in our branded business impacted our sales dependency ratio on Samsung. And as to technology solution business, so there was a change to the dependency on Samsung, and this was not something intentional. Samsung It's a very important customer, and we have been supporting their product lineup. But in addition to this, we have been providing our values to customers. So we think that we have been targeting to reach a healthy balance, not depending on a single customer. Chronologically, we think that our current dependency rate may look a bit high, but our direction is to continue to grow also to business in a good balance. And this is the end of my answer to the question that was received before this shareholders meeting. Now, I would like to start taking questions from the shareholders present in this venue today. Please raise your hand if you have a question, and then I will nominate. Now we have set up a microphone here, and please walk toward this microphone, and please just state the number on your shareholder attendance card. Your name is a personal information, so please just state the number on your card. And please keep your questions brief. Now, I would like to start taking questions from the shareholders present.
Okay, shareholder in the middle. Number 12. Thank you so much for inviting me to this wonderful shareholders meeting. Amid COVID, other companies decided not to hold a meeting like this, but you decided to continue to hold a briefing like this. That's amazing. And other partners, your business partners, hope to learn from you so that they can host a shareholders meeting like yours. Well, as a matter of fact, a lot of companies are trying to learn from you. There may be other shareholders who would like to learn from you, I guess, for other companies anyway. I have two proposals. Taking this opportunity, I would like to share some. So you formed a partnership. You see a lot of opportunities. You have new products. So you sell products. But the drawing software has to be developed first. I guess at the end of the day, you want to sell hardware, but the software, the experience, I think the key lies in how to increase the number of users. So I think it's important to form a partnership with other company. So in fact, at the briefing session, I tried some drawing. And talking about a partnership with Celsius. So regarding your partner Celsius, on monthly basis or annual basis, I think they charge fee. But maybe you can introduce an entry level part of a promotion and advertisement, maybe 300 yen or 400 yen, to expand the user basis. Functionalities could be limited in order to really let them learn what the technology is all about. So my proposal is to introduce entry level. In fact, yesterday, JP for nursery school students, the largest kindergarten or nursery school operators, I made the same proposal. The number of students is shrinking. The key is how to continue to generate profit. So not just offering a general nursery school like music, exercise, dancing, English. They are trying to offer value-added services to charge more to increase ASP or ARPU, I should say. So my proposal, once again, you may find some genius students, small kids. I think you are in a position to identify so-called genius after graduating from a nursery school. Maybe you can become an agency and really promote that smart kid. And then Clinic and Divers could be a partner, your potential partner. So I hope you can consider Digital Creator Agency. It's a creative agency for digital talents. And Wacom has digital pen. If you partner with an agency like NFT or metaverse drawings, well, again, you can find a genius or students, small kids, if you can identify smart kids, genius kids, and then work with a talent agency. I think you have approached to elementary schools, but you could approach to nursery schools. So my proposal is to work with some talent agencies for small children. And I have another proposal. So again, I made the same proposal regarding sales, about manga arts. So far you have been focusing on domestic markets, but the Japanese market is limited. If you could translate Japanese into other languages, softmedics or advanced media, well, it's a translation function that can convert Japanese into multiple languages, more than 10 languages. Immediately, Japanese can be translated into foreign language. So in a few seconds, well, Japan has only 120 million people. Global market is 8 billion people. So in a few seconds, you can convert Japanese into other languages so that manga artists, can sell their products to other markets. Scripts, transcripts are all in Japanese. They are written in vertical format. But you may have to break a rule, convert vertical transcript into horizontal transcript. You can change the standard so that the format can accommodate other languages, foreign languages, change the specification so that the products can be sold outside Japan. Again, you could work as an agency for manga artists, help them to sell their products to outside Japan. Maybe you can charge 10% or 20% of total sales. Or you could continue to charge royalty fee after manga art is sold. That is all. And I have to excuse myself before this meeting. Just wanted to let you know, it's not that the meeting is boring. I have another engagement. Yeah, thank you very much for your question as well as proposals. So thank you for your two proposals. So we are partnering with CELSI and others, but nursery schools, for starting from small children, we could identify talents, not just STEM, but also art education. Subject is attracting attention, identifying small talents, STEM or art. Learning experience can be more promoted. And to that end, your proposal is to partner with third party. Thank you so much for your specific proposal and suggestions. Thank you. And your second proposal or suggestion Once again, Wacom device together with drawing app, manga app. We are offering experience to creators, but your suggestion is to expand overseas business. Real-time translation service can be used. Transcripts UI could be changed to expand the market for creators. Partnership to accelerate global business, working with agency, as you suggested. New business model could be developed. Proposals to introduce new business model. For 2 proposals, yeah, they are in line with the direction that we are aiming at. For creative, we are focusing on creative education, not just a specialized education. Starting from small kids, we are trying to offer creative education's experiences. Yeah, that's what we are trying to do. And as for creators, the benefit of Wacom product is, well, regarding transcript, there are different languages, but creatives can be done, and creatives can go after global markets. So we will work with partners to expand our target markets. Thank you very much for your proposals.
Any other question from the shareholders here? The person in the center, please come up. Number 8. On page 28, sales for the 40th fiscal year grew by 3.6% year-over-year. However, ordinary profit dropped by 11.5 billion yen. And inventory valuation loss, how much was the valuation loss on inventory? And also, sales mix change is impact. Could you also give us details on the impact from the sales mix change? Thank you. Your shareholder number is 8. Thank you for your question. Page 28 of convocation notice shows the result of our 40th fiscal year in sales growth and ordinary profit change. So your question is about the relation of them and the amount of the valuation loss of the inventory and the reasons for this. We would like to explain your questions. Thank you for the questions. And about this question, Director in charge of Finance, Mr. Machida, will provide an answer. I would like to hand over to Machida-san. Hello, I am Machida. I am the Director in charge of Finance. Based on the nomination by the chairperson, I would like to provide an answer to this question. Your question is on the page 28 of convocation notice. The shareholder mentions the change of ordinary profit. Earlier, Ide-san, our president, explained that he explained about the changes behind ordinary or operating profit. And between operating profit and ordinary profit, there is a factor that makes a difference, which is the non-operating expense, etc. But basically, I can explain as the factors that impacted the changes in operating profit. And it's as explained earlier by our president, it's the drop in sales, more than 3 billion yen impact, and also deterioration in gross profit margin, which impacted about 8 billion yen. These are the factors behind the drop in operating profit. And the shareholder also mentions the loss on valuation of inventory. And about this question, we apologize that we cannot provide concrete number. However, in the 8+ billion yen deterioration in gross profit, impacted by gross profit margin includes the loss on valuation of inventory. And for other factors, first of all, the gross profit margin deterioration there was the impact from the sales mix change or the business mix change. We have high margin model and relatively low margin models, and there are differences included in our business. And relatively low margin models contribution rises sometimes, and that impacts our profit level or profit margin level. And likewise, across our business segments, we have two business segments, branded business and technology solution business. And of this, technology solution business tends to enjoy lower margin compared to branded business. Therefore, when technology solution business contributes more, then there is an impact on our profit margin. I believe this has answered your questions. I hope this was the answer that you were expecting. Number 8, thank you very much. Any other question from anyone?
All right. Then I would like to take a question from shareholders online. So I have a list of questions received online. Okay, we received 8 questions or 7 questions. I'm not sure if I can cover all, so let me read this out. First question, question 1. So profit is up and down. It's not stable. Because of that, market cap has dropped substantially. I hope that the company can continue to enjoy top line and bottom line growth. So when do you think you can realize that kind of situation? Thank you for your question and comment. So myself, Ide, will answer this question. So we looked at fiscal year 40 and 41, and profit, top line are down year on year. So we hope to enjoy stable growth. Of course, we would like to aim at top line and bottom line growth as mentioned. In coming 2 years, Chapter 3, I gave an update and 8 initiatives. And we had some volatility, but we would like to make it more stable and shift to a recovery mode or phase. So in coming 2 years, we'd like to transform our business structure, focusing on 8 initiatives, so that in 2 years from now, we get ready for Chapter 4, next midterm business plan. And the next midterm business plan has top line and operating profit targets as an image. Well, the size will be bigger by the end of Chapter 450 or 180 billion top line, and for OP, operating profit. During the Chapter 4, we'd like to aim at double-digit OP margin. So that's the timeline we are thinking about. So this concludes my answer to this question.
Second question, about the timing of share buyback. Is it we prefer that, or I prefer the share buyback when the level increases, and that way I don't need to be worried about the changes in share price. For example, when market cap increases, it would benefit you in negotiation or potential acquisition. It may be difficult this year, but next fiscal year, we're hoping that you would target to increase significantly in profit. So this is our proposal and a question. Thank you very much. For the next fiscal year, this shareholder is requesting that we would record a record high profit amount this year, next year, and also toward Chapter 4, we are going to accumulate profit growth as we presented earlier. And it's not going to come in the sharp V-shaped recovery. However, we're going to gradually increase profit so we can enjoy a more stable growth in Chapter 4 period. And whenever there is an opportunity that we can exceed our plan, and we are going to do that. But our basic stance is that rather than V-shaped recovery, we are going to go up the stairs. So gradually, we would like to stably increase. That's our plan.
Okay, next. So with AI, you can draw, but do you see it as threat? What's your outlook? What's your take on AI? Yeah, I think this is a topic that is attracting a lot of attention. So I'd like to answer this question. And also, our technology chief officer, Yamamoto-san, may add some comments later. So regarding AI technology, generative AI illustration. But our stance, Wacom's basic stance, is that instead of judging this is good or this is bad, AI generative illustration is one of the tools for creators. That's how we view this. Auto-generative program could replace some artists' jobs during transition phase. But if you look at mid to long term, AI, auto-generative illustrative technology does not replace everyone, every illustrator. I don't think AI would replace people. People's creatives have intention. It's really primitive motive to create arts. And from that perspective, auto AI technology is going to help your work. It's just one of the tools. So level of quality could improve. It's again one of the tools. That's how I view AI technology. And with that respect, I know that a lot of technologies are evolving. So we may see some confusion. There may be some disruption. But again, basically, this is to support creators and artists. We are trying to extend support to them. So it's a positive, it's an additional tool for us and for them. And for Wacom, with the use of AI technology, we are trying to develop new programs automatically. We are not trying to draw illustration, but with AI, creators' works trace can be visualized. Something that can be only developed by human beings. Arts that can be only made by human beings. Not just finished work, but also progress can be visualized with the use of AI technology. That's the program we are trying to develop. Preferred Network, which is a leading AI technology company, is working with us. So it's a quite opposite direction from generative AI, but this is again a tool to support creators. That's the thinking. Yamamoto-san, do you have anything to add? I covered a lot, but anything to add? Hi, I am Yamamoto, Chief Technology Officer in charge of the development. Ide-san has already explained enough. So this is rather my personal opinion, personal thinking regarding AI generative technology. I know there are a lot of technologies available, but I think this kind of technology is going to benefit Wacom. And what I mean by that is, for more specific, anything that is created with AI technology is, I think, a combination of the history or something that was created in the past. It's different from designer's work or creator's work. Designer has his or her own creativities. So by drawing dots or drawing lines, you can create different things. With their own feeling, they can create their own work, something that AI does not have. So AI may be able to draw illustration. Professional designers can add on top of what AI creates, and that's something new. Our pen, I think, plays an important role to add or to change something that AI makes. So the way creators work could change with AI technology, but what was developed by AI, I think Wacom's product has an important role to play with AI. I think there will be increasing number of users. I think there will be more opportunities or occasions for people to use Wacom's product. And also, we do have a patent issue or copyright issue. You combine different works. And the question is who originally created work. And in order to make this business big, I think it's important to really address copyrights issue. What was generated automatically can accommodate something that people create. And again, you need to be able to claim that you created that or you added some work. And also we talked about Unify for digital contents. We are trying to protect IP. Again, while combining AI technology with creators' work, we need to be able to protect creators. And for new initiative with AI, again, what was supported by Unify can prevent people from using with a combination of technologies. Creators are able to protect their contents. So once again, Wacom is trying to find out how we can support to creators with the use of AI technology, and I would appreciate your continued support. This concludes my answer. Thank you. Yamamoto-san, thank you.
About preferred network? Interpreter could not hear. About the collaboration with preferred networks, it's not in the form of capital alliance, but we have launched collaborative joint project from 2 years ago. And 2 years ago, announcement was made at our event Connected Inc., and we have been updating news. About deliverables have been announced already, and we are going to do more thorough communication, but we have website launched, and we are still at the research stage before the service commercialization, but using our ink technology and their technology, how we can visualize the pen stroke or creativity process, and also the characteristics of each creators. We got the learning about the characteristics of each creator based on their pen stroke track, and they are all different. And we call that emon, like it's like the fingerprint of paints or illustrations. And based on this paint or drawing illustrations, we can identify who created each work. And this is the content of the announcement that we made earlier. And we have been providing updates each time.
まさにそうですね。今おっしゃっていただいたこの創作の過程を
You are right that we are trying to first visualize the pen stroke track and also about the IP or copyrights. I know that these are two different technologies, but both are based on AI to identify to identify and verify who created the artwork. About the illustration fingerprint or emon, your question is when this terminology will be announced. We have not launched official press release, but this word emon that we have been using, the illustration fingerprint, has been used to talk about our unique research and the image of the services, which will be the output of the research. And we talked about this at Connected Inc. and our YouTube videos. So you have not launched official press release. When do you plan to launch the press release? Well, this is a collaborative model, as I said. So we need to talk with the partner preferred networks. But this year, November, we plan to have Connected Inc. 2023, and in that event, we're going to provide an update in a public manner. And I believe this is the biggest output or the biggest or the best news from this shareholders meeting. There has been talks about AI infringing the copyrights of artists, and that's a growing concern. So it's going to be crucial how to protect the copyrights and the intellectual properties of artists. And this is going to be a worldwide issue. And I think that the part of the reason why your share price has not been quite favorable is because this news is not known to the world. So after you release this news, I am going to buy a lot of your shares. So please report on the progress, and also please share with the people on how these technologies can be utilized in the future. And this has a potential to be the biggest source of your future profit, I think. Thank you for your comment. Every year in November, we have this event, Connected Inc. Our technological research and new products are communicated at this Connected Connected Inc. event. Then please don't talk about this, because if you talk about this a lot, your share price will start to increase a lot. The preferred network, the company you're talking about, is not listed, but there are many people who would like to buy the share after it's listed. But the partner companies of this preferred network have high potential. They have a high potential that their shares will be purchased by the people who are interested in preferred networks. Thank you very much, and we are going to improve the way we do communication. And about the names of the partners and the project names that we have talked about today, they're all public. They're all announced already. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is about branded product. Middle and low-end market share has been under pressure. You announced price increase. Are you afraid of losing market share taken by emerging nation? And regarding technology solution, large-sized product like a Mac Vision, what's your response to the newly announced big products? So let me answer this question. So regarding branded product, low-end and middle and market share, Of course, share is different by region, but in a nutshell, market share, we are not a loser, we are not a sole loser, we are not losing market share. Well, but branded business is struggling because of the category. PC peripheral products, drawing components category as a whole has been struggling because there are some differences by region, but we are not a sole loser. There is no sole winner either. It doesn't mean that we are satisfied with where we are at. Because of where we are at, as mentioned, I introduced the 8 initiatives. We are going to focus on business domain, and we are going to strengthen our channel so that competitors, particularly Chinese players, won't be able to copy us. We'd like to differentiate ourselves with experiences and application services. We are not selling cheap hardware. We'd like to offer services, and depending on region, local language should be available. We need to offer detailed services that can really match needs of market. And second question is about technology solution. Amazon or Vision Pro newly established or announced the head-mount display. What is a response to those? Technology solution is trying to respond to customers, but we are not able to give you specifics about how we respond to individual customers. But as mentioned before, e-note, as we introduced, we have tablets and PC, but on top of that, we have e-paper, e-book. Our pens are mounted. Our pens are available. It's not limited to one particular customer. Our solution has been offered to different products. We have a track record. And regarding head-mount display, we have VR pen that's available in different kind of VR environments. That's what we aim at. But again, specification is not finalized for each product, so it's difficult to answer. But in terms of direction, there are different kinds of head-mount displays. We hope to offer a solution that is compatible with as many head-mount displays as available.
We have 3 more questions to go. Various technologies and SDGs. Your company has been quite active to address these matters, but they're not really contributing to your share price increase. For corporate defense purpose as well, it's important that share price goes up. Isn't there a need that you address more proactively on other fronts? Is there a plan to take active action to improve your share price? I am worried as one shareholder. Thank you very much for your question and your concern. This question and a comment, we sincerely accept this comment. We cannot directly impact, or we do not directly impact our share price, but in the business areas and community and society, the value of our company should be known more to the society. And that way, we think that our share price can be affected in a positive manner by increasing awareness. So we would like to hold more occasions of communication, and also we would like to have more in-depth communication. And we need to be creative in how we do that. So investor relations and business results briefing sessions are the good occasions. But in addition to that, targeting university communities or engineer communities or Also, Connected Inc. Is the name of the event that is held by our company. In this way, we have many other occasions to talk about ourselves, to appeal about ourselves, and we will continue to take advantage of such occasions. And Wacom Storybook was distributed this time, but we issue that digitally to communicate the stories of our values to as many people as possible. So this is another form that we would like to continue to take advantage of to talk about our company. Thank you.
Next question regarding school education. Tablet becomes a must. As Sapporo Art Festival example tells you, you are trying to focus on creative education. I hope you can continue to focus on that. But I think tablet is not fully penetrated in other school area. That's an opportunity. Yeah, creative education. I think FIC is leading this business. Creative education is the biggest focus. In part 2 of today's session, we would like to explain specific programs, how we are trying to support creative education later. In fact, we are focusing on short digital pen. Well, calligraphy can be another opportunity for us, even with digital pen. We actually made a trial announcement about trial, so I will keep you updated with the use of a pen.
And there's the additional questions related to M1 we earlier talked about, the illustration fingerprint. The technology is good, but how are you going to protect the technologies? So do you have a patent about the technology? The track of the creation to be visualized to identify the characteristics of or identify the artists themselves. We protect that with patents, and then also in the partner community we develop technologies, and also for individual patents we protect our patents to take advantage of such existing technologies for our future businesses. Thank you very much for giving us a lot of questions. And I believe we have covered the questions, all of the questions that came from online shareholders. Thank you very much. I know that it has been long, but we would like to move on to the deliberation of the matters.
First, agenda item number 1. Election of 6 directors, excluding directors who are members of the audit committee. The term of the office of all 6 directors, excluding those who are members of audit committee, will expire at the conclusion of the general meeting of shareholders. Therefore, I'd like to ask for your approval to elect 6 directors. Please refer to page 9 through 14 of the notice of the ordinary general meeting of shareholders as shown on the screen. Do you have any questions about item number 1? Okay.
Shall we vote on our proposal number 1? If you are in favor, please give us an applause. Thank you. Now, let's vote for proposal number 1. Please give us an applause if you are in favor. Thank you. We have got endorsement from the majority, including votes based on voting rights exercise form and the votes by electronic means. Proposal number 1, election of 6 directors excluding directors who are audit committee members, is now resolved as originally proposed. Thank you. Now we would like to introduce the directors who were just elected. One comment and name, please.
First, myself, I am Nobutaka Ide. Good to see you all. So in order to realize meaningful growth, I will do my best. Thank you for your support in advance. Next, Yoichi Machida. Hi, I am Yoichi Machida. Good to see you all. In order to enhance our enterprise value, I will do my best to bring results. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Next, Sadao Yamamoto. Hi, I'm Sadao Yamamoto. Thank you so much for voting me. In order to satisfy our customers, I would like to continue to develop technology and products. I would appreciate your continued support. Thank you.
The next person is Yukio Usuda. Hello, I'm Yukio Usuda. This July, Wacom is celebrating the 40th anniversary, but targeting a company which can stay around for 50 years or 60 years, we would like to make the necessary efforts. Thank you. The next person is Ken Inazumi. Hello, I'm Ken Inazumi. In the short term, business structure transformation will be supported by me, and in the midterm, toward the transformation and changes in the technological environment, we're going to address such changes. And also, the pillars of people at Wacom, to reinforce these pillars, we're going to do planning. And I will do my best to improve the corporate value of the company. Thank you. The next person is Mikako Inamasu. As I said at the beginning, she's COVID positive, so she's not physically here today, but she is with us online. And for your information, as to Inamasu-san, she will be elected as the chairperson of our nomination committee as the board of the directors meeting after this shareholders meeting. Kamura-san is the incumbent chairperson, but the change will be made, so the new chairperson will be Inamasu-san, the chairperson of our nomination committee. HR, personnel development are the areas of her expertise. So new personnel development and new management will be covered by this nomination committee that she will be chairing. Thank you very much. As we have now introduced the 6 newly elected directors.
Next, I'd like to move on to the second proposal, election of 2 directors who serve as members of Audit Committee. The term of office of directors for Takashi Kamura and Mr. Osamu Hosokubo, who serve as members of Audit Committee, will expire at the conclusion of the general meeting of shareholders. So I'd like to ask for your approval to elect 2 directors who are members of Audit Committees. The 2 candidates listed on page 16 to 17 of the notice of the ordinary general meeting of shareholders are to be elected. Consent of Audit Committee has been already obtained. Do you have any questions on item number 2? All right. Then for item number 2, I'd like to take a vote. Please applaud if you could support this proposal. Thank you. For item number 2, please applaud if you could support this item. Thank you. We have obtained majority support, including those who exercise voting right in writing or by electric method. 2 directors who serve as member Audit Committee are now elected as board of directors, as proposed. Thank you.
Let me introduce to you the directors who were just elected, who also serve as Audit Committee members. First person, Mr. Takashi Kamura. Hello, I'm Takashi Kamura. Thank you very much for electing me. The final 2 years of Chapter 3, and also towards Chapter 4, as Audit Committee member and also as a director, I will fulfill my duties. Thank you. Thank you for your comment. Now, the next person is Mr. Osamu Hosokubo. I am Osamu Hosokubo. Thank you very much for electing me. I am an Audit Committee member as well, but toward the improvement of our corporate value, I will fulfill my duties and responsibilities. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. And taking advantage of this opportunity, there is a member or a director, an audit committee member who does not reach a re-election timing today, and the name of his is Shigeki Higashiyama. Hello, I am Shigeki Higashiyama. Wacom compliance and governance. I would like to improve them further, and I will do my best toward that. Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Now, we have taken you through the 3 members who also serve as audit committee members. Thank you. With this, we have covered all the agenda items planned for this ordinary shareholders meeting. So we would like to close ordinary shareholders meeting for today. And after this meeting, in the next room, we will move. Shareholders will be staying here, if you may. And under the theme of please know our front lines, we are going to take you through how we are doing, and communication will be made by our actual team members. How we communicate about the value of our company and our products on the front line of our sales activities. And this will be the second part of our plans for today after a break. And with this, we would like to close shareholders meeting for today. Thank you very much for joining our ordinary shareholders meeting.